Wandering Singers by Sarojini Naidu, Unit 7, Poem 7. First, let us know about the poet. Sarojini Naidu, 1879 to 1949, known as the Nightingale of India, was a famous poet and the first woman governor of the Republic of India. And she actively participated in India's freedom movement. And some of her well known poems are the Scattered Flute, Songs of India, The Indian Weavers, and The Father of the Dawn. New words and meanings. Lutes, stringed instruments with rounded bodies that are played with the fingers. Kindred, family or relatives. Lays, ballads are short narrative poems which are usually sung. Luster, gentle shining light that is reflected from a surface, for example, from polished metal. Bits, ask, tarry, Old English, to wait. The poem starts here, first six lines, where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet through echoing forest and echoing street. With lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are kindred, the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose luster is shed, the laughter and beauty of women long dead. The voice of the wind calls the wandering singers. The phrase wandering feet refers to the singers who keep moving from place to place. And another thing, voice of the wind means the sound made by the wind, which the poet says is calling out the singers. With lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. That means the singers they roam everywhere in the world. All men are kindred, the world is our home. How the poet says the wandering singers thinks that they feel that all men are their relatives and families and the world is their home. Our lays are of cities whose luster is shed. The poet means great cities whose glory has now faded. They could also have been destroyed by war or famine. The laughter and beauty of women long dead. The poet says that they sing about here. A poet lists out what the wandering singer sings, what about they are singing. They sing about the laughter and beauty of women who are long dead. They sing of ancient battles and of old kings. They sing of happy, simple, and sad events. The sword of old battles, the crown of old kings, unhappy and simple and sorrowful things. Here, the poet listed out about what the wandering singers are singing. Yes, again I'll repeat. They sing about the laughter and beauty of women who are long dead. They sing of ancient battles and of old kings. They sing of happy, simple, and sad events. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. No love beats as tarry, no joy beats as wait. The voice of the wind is the voice of fate. Here, in the last line, it is spoken about the fate of the wandering singers is being spoken about. The voice of the wind is the voice of the fate of the wandering singers. Their fate depends on their movement from place to place, answering the calls of the wind. This call could also mean what their heart desires. Fate is uncertain and more so. In the case of these singers, because they do not try to build anything permanent or to secure their future, they simply accept whatever is stored for them during their wandering. And here in this line, what hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? In this line, the singers question the pointlessness of gathering hopes and dreams as nothing is permanent. And what hope shall they gather? And here a poet keeps a rhetorical question like, what dreams shall we sow? Finally, travel exposes us to different kinds of people and cultures. We realize that there are differences amongst us, but travel opens our minds to accept and respect those differences. We also understand that despite differences, there are things in common across the world and to the human experiences. This understanding creates bonds between people, which leads to friendship. Here in this poem, the poet used literary terms. One is personification. This is an example, the line where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet. This is an example of personification. That means the wind has been imagined as a person calling the wandering singers. That means the wind just calling the wandering singers. So just this is the imagination. So it it is personification. Next, metaphor. What dreams shall we sow? The dreams are compared to seeds which can be sown. And next, in the same line, the question is given. The poet asked a question, but she didn't expect any answer from the people, but she want to just point out. So this is a rhetorical question to which no answer is expected. The poet has phrased a thought as a question to make us think about it. The line is, what dreams shall we sow? Thank you.